Okay, welcome everybody. This is part 1 of lesson 7 in our geometry unit. So today we are going to talk about parallel lines with transversals. So first, we just kind of want to review. We did this at the beginning of the unit, but parallel lines. What are parallel lines? They are two lines in the same plane that do not intersect. In the same plane that do not intersect. So if we look at this example down here, line P and line Q, those are our two parallel lines here in this example. They're in the same plane, same flat area, and they never intersect, so they are right next to each other. A transversal, though, is a line that intersects two parallel lines. So a line that intersects two parallel lines. And so in this example here, this line here, line T, that is the transversal. When we have this transversal line intersecting these two parallel lines, we're going to get a bunch of angles that are formed from that. And there are some certain truths about these angles that we can look at. One is corresponding angles. So which of these angles corresponds to each other? And the answer here would be, for example, angle 2 up here is going to be equal to or congruent with angle 6. So that should make sense because these two angles are in the same location where that line is coming through these lines. Since these lines are parallel, we know that the angle formed from this line intersecting the two parallel lines is going to be the same angle measurement. Also, angle 1, so that's angle 1, is going to be corresponding with angle 5, and angle 4 is going to correspond to angle 8, and angle 3 is going to correspond to angle 7. So those are corresponding angles. Then the next concept we have are same side interior angles. And so what that means is, if we have same side interior angles, for example, if we have this angle, same side here, angle 4 and angle 5, if we were to add angle 4 to angle 5, because of their locations, they're going to equal 180 degrees. Okay? Similarly, if we take angle 3 and angle 6, so angle 3 and add that to angle 6, we will also get 180 degrees. Because really, if you notice, this angle 6 is an acute angle. Angle 3 is an obtuse open angle. The combination of those two angles, because again, they kind of correspond to each other, it's going to be a total of 180 degrees. Then we have alternate interior angles. And what this means is, for example, angle 4 here is identical to angle 6 down here. And we sort of know that because we know that angle 4 and 3 together add up to 180 degrees. And we know that angle 3 from earlier is very similar, or I'm sorry, we know that angle 4 from earlier is equal to angle 8, and so we can kind of see those corresponding angles. We also know, for example, angle 3 is going to be equal to angle 5, right? Alternating interior angles. Then we have alternating exterior angles, the same thing but on the outside. So for example, angle 1 here, what angle would be identical to angle 1? Well, alternate exterior, so it has to be on the outside. This is outside, so is angle 7. Angle 7. And then angle 2, okay, there's angle 2 on the outside. Angle 8 is the other angle on the outside versus the interior ones that we just did before. Okay. So now I want you guys to try that. Using the picture below, answer the following questions and state the rule that allows you to know the angle measurement, and then come back. Okay? All right, now that you've come back, we can kind of do this really quick. Suppose that the angle measurement, so suppose the measure of angle 5 is 69 degrees. We want to find the angle measurement of angle 10. So this is angle 5, angle 10. Based on alternating interior angles that we did earlier, angle 10 is going to have the same measurement. So angle 10 is also going to equal 69 degrees. And we know that because of the rule of alternating interiors when we're dealing with parallel lines and transversals. Okay. Next, suppose the measurement of angle 9, that's right there, is 115 degrees. Find angle 6. Okay. Well, we know angle 6. If we look at that, angle 9 is an open obtuse angle. Angle 6 is also an open obtuse, so it's going to have the same measurement, 115 degrees, and also we know that because of alternating interior angles. Now it says, suppose the measure of angle 12 here is 118 degrees. What would be, and obviously you can see there that's not because it's an acute angle. Let's just say that it is. If it's 118 degrees, what would be the measurement of angle 7? There's angle 7. It's very similar, so we know that angle 7 would also equal 118 degrees because of alternating interior angles. Then for the last one, it says, suppose that the measurement of angle 5 is 86 degrees. What would be the measurement of angle 12? Well, we have to kind of go through some steps here. We know that we know 5, we know that 10 is the same. So we know angle 10 is going to equal 86 degrees, and that's going to be because of alternating interior angles, as we said before. So we know what 10 is, therefore we know that angle 12 will also equal 86 degrees, but now it's because of corresponding angles is our reason. Okay, like we said before, corresponding, when 12 and 10 are corresponding, they're going to have the same values. All right, so when we come back, we will do some more examples in part 2 and 3.